calculator, carburetor, calories, cucumber, Camelot, calligraphy, Carlos, conquistador, condom. Dude, the amount of names this guy has, oh my god. So many names. You know, Calcharo used to be beautiful. He used to be the best. But instead, he became a laughingstock, a joke. Calcharo just became a whole mess. A guy who's known to be ruthless, vengeful, and unforgiving is on the same tier as Chixia. He is super demanding of skill for mediocre performance. My goat hasn't even been seen in this story once.
Then there was him. Xiangli Yao made it worse. He took Calcharo's spotlight. He took his kit and made it better. He got Powercrept by a free character.
But everything will change by version 3.0. Calcharo will not be a joke anymore. He will become the best and strongest in all of Wuthering Waves. Calcharo will be massive. But do you know what else is massive? LDSHOP for sponsoring this video. What is LDSHOP, you ask? It's where you can purchase Lunite or other in-game purchases with a discount starting from 10% off. Just head on over to ldshop.gg, select your language and currency, then log in. Go to Wuthering Waves and select what you're getting. For an easier top-up process, I recommend to connect your email to your Kuro Games account. To show you the process, I will be purchasing the 300 Lunites bundle. Click top up, select your preferred method of purchase, then fill out the requirements. Afterwards, you'll have to fill in your game information. You could choose Kuro Games login method, put in your correct email and password for that account, just like you would do when logging into Wuthering Waves itself. If you forgot your password like me, just go to Wuthering Waves or the official website, and when you log in, just press I forgot password, then change it. Next, fill in your username and server. After all is said and done, it should look like this. Click submit and boom. Now you have to wait about 5 minutes, go back to Wuthering Waves, and there it is. I have received my 600 Lunites. Yes, 600, because the first top-up bonuses actually can be activated on LDSHOP. So rest assured, LDSHOP is 100% safe and reliable. They have mostly 5-star reviews on Trustpilot for a reason, so it is legit. If you do have any problems, don't worry. They have great responsive customer service. You'll get your problem resolved easily. Currently, new registered users will receive a 10% off coupon and another 5% off coupon, which can save you a max of $50. And if you wanted to blow thy load further, by spending over $80, you will gain a VIP membership, which will earn you a free 30-day Lunite subscription. That's right, so if all that sounds good to you, start saving today by clicking my link in the description. Thanks once again, LDSHOP, for sponsoring this video. So here's why Calcharo will become massive. To start off, 3.0 is rumored to be the region called New Federation. Calcharo happens to be from that very place. So what am I getting at exactly? Calcharo will most likely be involved with the story there. So the GOAT will actually have screen time. Now here's what's gonna happen. When the new region comes out, there will be, at some point, maybe 3.0, maybe 3.1, maybe 3.2, who knows, but there will be a new limited banner 5-star character, and that will be Calcharo. But not his standard version, of course. A new version of him. Calcharo 2.0. But how, Kalo? How will it make sense to have another Calcharo? Here's how it will make sense. During the story of 3.0 where Calcharo is involved, he will undergo a second awakening. Second awakenings are what makes a resonator more powerful. So it's the perfect reason to have a Calcharo 2.0, no? But I should explain more, because you might wonder, how will Calcharo be able to do this? What makes him capable of having a second awakening? First, let's understand how a second awakening can trigger in the first place. From my understanding, two frequencies that are resonating with each other is a key factor for this, like Jinsi resonating with Sentinel Jue. Another key factor seems to be under overclocking. Calcharo actually has a documented history of overclocking. His maximum overclocking rating is severe, and the risk of overclocking is substantial for him. He is always overclocking. In fact, you can see him overclock during his liberation. Signs of tacit discord erosion spreads on his body, and the golden tacit core on his chest flickers. It also significantly intensifies his frequency fluctuations and conjures multiple phantom-like entities. He possesses an extremely high risk of overclocking with an unidentified trigger. So yes, Calcharo is very experienced with overclocking. He is the GOAT for a reason. So how about the other frequency that Calcharo needs to resonate with? Well, based on Jinxi's experience in Cantarella's, it seems like the Sentinels are a strong factor. I'm not entirely sure if Sentinels are the only way, but based on what we've seen so far, they are the ones most likely to trigger a second awakening. So, this is going to be a reach, but Calcharo could in fact become the Sentinel's Resonator in New Federation. I feel like it could make sense if there is no chosen Resonator yet. Since Calcharo does reside in Jinzo, he couldn't be the Sentinel's Resonator yet, so the only chance is that there is none at all. So perhaps when we go to New Federation, we journey and help Calcharo become that Resonator or something like that. However, let's speculate more. Surely there are other frequencies that Calcharo could possibly resonate with to trigger a second awakening. What about a Threnodian? I'd say they are on the same level as Sentinels. They are very powerful beings. Hold on, let me cook here. Let's talk about spectrum patterns. So you can compare a Resonator spectrum pattern to other known patterns, and doing so could possibly determine what they are likely to resonate with.
The current classification levels, from lowest to highest, are Common, Elite, Overlord, and Calamity. Additionally, there is a special type of tacit discord, and we call them the Threnodians.
Actually, there is one strikingly similar spectrum pattern that we seem to have overlooked. Or rather, we hesitated to entertain that possibility. Yes, it's the tacit discords.
Calcharo displays characteristics of tacit discords all over his body. You especially see this with his liberation. So knowing all this, Calcharo could in fact resonate with a Threnodian, or perhaps a powerful tacit discord in general. When Calcharo collides with their frequency while overclocked, it's possible he could have a second awakening. Wouldn't that be so perfect for a new version of Calcharo to release as a new limited 5-star character? I mean, to further validate this, having multiple versions of a character isn't a foreign concept in gacha games. Just look at Kuro's other game, Punishing Grey Raven. Multiple characters of multiple versions that are better and stronger. Plus, I'm sure Kuro knows well about how popular Calcharo actually is. They know that we're upset with his performance. They know we want to finally see him in the story. His popularity is more than one might think. The demand for Calcharo is there. So Kuro could use New Federation as the perfect way to appease the Calcharo fans. It can make it make sense based on the lore and evidence given. They also should know that male characters receive well enough love. Just look at Brant and the other characters. And if a character like Calcharo with no screen time can be loved this much, Kuro should know that making a Calcharo 2.0 would be beneficial to the fans. At least that's what I'd like to think. So is this a cook chat? Am I coping way too hard on this? Maybe, but I truly believe that it all makes sense. Now, I'm no lore expert, so if there are some watching this video, please correct me if I had anything wrong. In addition, feel free to add anything to support my coping. I'm personally a huge fan of my GOAT, and honestly, Xiangli Yao, although admittedly, he is better, but he does not have the same aura as the GOAT. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you all for coming and watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.